Hi everybody, Lisa Clodfelter here with a quick discussion on addiction. Addiction and its treatment is often very misunderstood in our society. Lots of people who suffer from addiction would tell you that when you are actually experiencing the full-blown disease of addiction, you're not really looking to get high per se. You're really looking to escape difficult emotions that you have never learned how to cope with. You have no coping skills to kind of feel better with. And when addicts over their lifetime stumble across a particular type of drug or activity such as gaming or the internet or sex or porn or something like that, that helps them escape or feel more normal than the feelings that they've never been really able to find a way to put aside otherwise, then that becomes a very intoxicating escape for their reality. And they're looking to find a way to step away from the feelings of uncomfortableness, the feelings of anxiety, the feelings of depression, or more commonly, even the feelings of not feeling accepted, not feeling as if they belong, not feeling as if they're the most significant person to anyone. And these things often tend to feed the disease of addiction. Once someone maybe suffers a sports injury or is in an accident or has an illness whereby they need a surgery and have to have pain medication for a period of time, that pain medication or alcohol or whatever drug of choice the addict kind of stumbles into, at some point tends to provide that escape that everyone's been looking for their whole lives. They feel like, it's the only time I feel normal. And from the outside, many times, those of us on the outside of a person's relationship with an addiction, such as a substance, those of us on the outside of that relationship stand there and tend to say, look, why don't you just stop? Just cut it out. This stuff is going to kill you. It is no good. It's taking everything important to you away. Why don't you just leave it? But from the inside, relationships look very different than they do from the outside. And to the person suffering from that addiction, that substance or activity or whatever, that escape that they have found, is really the only time they're ever able to feel quote unquote normal and just more comfortable in their own skin. And if we ask them to give up that escape, how in the world would they ever replace that? How in the world would they ever really be able to feel like they're ever going to be okay again without it? It feels like to the addict in those moments that we're asking them to either give up their only lifeline to feeling like a regular, relaxed human being, or go back to never feeling relaxed and okay, accepted, and as if they belong. So it's much more complicated, the disease of addiction, than what our society tends to assign to it. We tend to judge addicts very harshly, sending them to jail. And of course, addicts, if you are suffering from full-blown addiction, tend to engage in lots of criminal activity if the addiction travels that far down the road. But at the minimum, addicts are lying to the people they love often and causing very hurtful things to happen in their close, intimate relationships, letting people down and doing things that they wouldn't otherwise do if they were not suffering in addiction. So this video is really an attempt to kind of help everyone who has an addict in their life know someone, or maybe who is suffering from addiction or afraid they are themselves, is to really help with understanding around what the addiction really is. It's a relationship. It's not just a drug, an activity. It's not a sign of a person's character. It's really what the person is dealing with and has very little coping skills to understand and therefore process in their own lives. And the addictive substance really, or addictive activity, really just helps that person find security and belonging in life and an ability to relax into their beingness and not have to feel like they're always standing on the outside and looking in at everyone else who seems to have their life together, who seems to have things on track, who is successful, who has great relationships that they wish they could have. And if they have the addiction, it helps ease that. It helps them to cope and process. Not that it's okay to do that, because addiction fully will take everything that you love in the end if it goes unchecked. However, there are ways to cope. stepping into therapy with someone who understands the disease, stepping into a relationship with someone who can help you learn the coping skills and the life skills to step out of that uncomfortable feeling of not being accepted or not feeling significant can totally change your need for a relationship to escape. So if you're loving and supporting someone who is addicted, if you are suffering from addiction yourself, if you're looking for better understanding and a way to support someone in recovery, of course, myself or any of us at Sam Nabeel Counseling would be more than happy to step in and help you learn, help you find those coping skills and turn things around. Find a better way than just numbing out and escaping and avoiding difficult emotions in life. If you're looking for a little help in that way, please do reach out, samnabeelcounseling.com. You can book a session with me. I'm downtown on Mondays and Tuesdays, or I'm in the Blue Ash office Wednesday through Sunday, and I am there late in the evening. My latest appointment is at 9 p.m., so I am there from 3 p.m. to 9 p.m. most weeknights and noon to 5 on Sunday to kind of help everybody who's working 9 to 5 and needs a little bit of an alternative situation. So if you're looking, again, for any kind of support through addiction, whether it's you or a family member, a loved one, a life partner, of course, there is help and I'm happy to give it. And so reach out and let's begin turning things around. Thanks again. And this is Lisa Clodfelter with Sam Nabeel Counseling. Take care.